You can say that power is shared wherever regular popular elections are authorized and rightly held. There is shared power where people actually get out voluntarily and vote. And if they can vote without interference or pressure from anybody.
The right to vote.
The end of the American Civil War ushered in the Reconstruction era, a period dominated by legal, social, and political challenges. The years from 1865 onward were fraught with polarization, gerrymandering, population transfers, redlining, and the rise of the Ku Klux Klan. Throughout all this, the former Confederate states created a democratic stronghold known as the Solid South. The 20th century saw the gradual erosion of this united front, as the electoral map bulged and swelled with tides of red and blue as new American challenges came to pass. Kentucky saw this flip happen county by county until all but a few remained blue. In 2012, Elliott County, a Democratic stronghold since its inception, stayed blue by a margin of just 60 votes. By the next election, they fell to Trump. We went there in November of 2023 after Donald Trump's indictment to meet the locals and ask them why.
Right here where we live is the greatest place there is. I mean, everybody pretty well gets along. We're hard-working people, we're good people, and we are smart people.
Anita and Goble Gags were born and bred in Elliott County. The high school sweethearts now have 2 kids and own a local motel, the Little Sandy Lodge. Both come from Democratic families and are still registered Democrats, but both flipped to voting for Trump after they voted for Barack Obama.
Elliott County is, in my opinion, is one of the best hidden treasures in the United States. I've traveled all over this country, and just the location here, we are out in the country, but still yet we're not far away from bigger cities and what we need to get. But the people here are so friendly, neighborly, they help each other, and just the community is big here. People are big on community stuff, and it's just a great place to live.
Before 2018, the role of Republican Party chair in Elliott County didn't exist. Christopher Dickerson, who runs a coal mine in West Virginia, now holds the position.
We're more laid back. We're not a lot like some of these other places. And we have a lot of people moving here because they're getting away from all of that stuff. They're buying farms. They're wanting to just live out in the woods. They're just wanting to get away from things.
Everything's still the same, and it's just the same old grind. Nothing moving, nothing coming. Although we got the prison, but we ain't growing very much. We're just laying back being lazy, I guess.
We're in a good spot right now. We have a lot of construction going on here in the county.
They're expanding the water treater.
Yes, and they're expanding the prison. They're getting ready to start a food pantry. They're going to be straightening 32 from here to Ellettsville in Brown County. Politically, it takes a while for it to really hit here. You know, we're a little bit behind. We have a whole different lifestyle here. We don't want to be changed. Hunting is lifestyle here. Guns is a lifestyle here.
All I want to do is and take your money. All I want to do is and take your money. Pirate skulls and bones.
I am going to get assault weapons banned. I did it once, and I'm going to do it again.
When we hit then, straight lethal poison for the system.
These are I just got them just to have them. That's the AR-15. That's one everybody's crying about. The ones who are Trump are still for Trump, I think. I ain't heard much, but that's my opinion. I can't see nowhere where Biden has helped Kentucky. Used to, there's all kinds of jobs around in here, and now there ain't nothing. Coal is gone, oil well's gone. It's just, there's nothing in here. But we don't even have a restaurant anymore. There's nothing here for young people. There's several young boys I know right now, about 30 some years old, and they're up in Indiana or out west or somewhere working. There's nothing here to keep them here. I used to be a Democrat. I changed when the Democrats went the way they went 7 or 8 years ago, I guess. When last time Trump run, but I was changed before then. The new Democrats don't stand on what the old ones did. Sometimes I think about going independent. I don't know.
Charles is Goble's older brother. Though he's technically retired, he also works as the motel's handyman. He officially became a Republican during the Obama administration, when the Supreme Court of the United States ruled in favor of same-sex marriage in 2015. He's voted for Trump ever since. In 2016, Trump defeated Clinton in Elliott County by 44%. Trump got 70% of the votes, while Clinton was left with just 25.9%. It was the largest shift from Democratic or Republican in any of the U.S. counties that Obama had won twice. In 2020, the gap got even bigger. Trump got 75% and Biden got 23.8%. Before Trump, Obama won Elliott County with 61% against John McCain's 35.9%. However, in the next election in 2012, Democrats started to lose their grip on the county when Obama beat Mitt Romney by only 2.5%.
I'm not really seeing a lot of change in the community. No, it's about the same. In the business, I've had a lot of customers that's been passing away, my older customers. Yeah, a lot of death lately, a lot of death and sickness. I never paid much, mind to the Ukraine and Russia stuff. I mean, I'm aware of it, but I don't try to focus every bit. Sit watching news all day. I just don't do that. I kind of keep up with some stuff. But yeah, and Trump, the indictments and stuff, just in my honest opinion, I don't think he's guilty of a lot of stuff. I'm not saying none of us are perfect. He might have been guilty of some things in the past, true. I don't know if it's just so they don't want him to run again, because so many people like that he ran the country the right way. I've voted for Trump before, 100%. I like the way he ran the country. I think that he was doing a great job. I personally don't like where he's going with abortion. I totally stand 100% against abortion. I am pro-life. To me, there's no exceptions.
Many people have asked me what my position is on abortion and abortion rights, especially since I was proudly the person responsible for the ending of something that all legal scholars, both sides, wanted and, in fact, demanded be ended. Roe v. Wade. You must follow your heart of this issue, but remember, you must also win elections to restore our culture and, in fact, to save our country, which is currently, and very sadly, a nation in decline.
Well, things have changed on the world level. I mean, we was talking about Ukraine the last time you were here, the best I remember. Now we have war going on in Israel as well. Trump, the indictment train and the sabotage continues with him. Biden, a lot of stuff's happened with Hunter Biden and Joe and that family, and still yet nothing's happened too. Of course, we're getting closer to the election. We're a year away now from the general next fall, so a lot of things have changed. They've weaponized the Department of Justice, and they're using it against political opponents. The Democratic Party is, and I don't like that. I think it's a threat to our freedom. Irregardless of what party's using it against the other, I think it's a threat to our democracy and our freedom if this doesn't stop. I just think that once the first couple of debates took place and people watched those debates and saw the candidates, DeSantis and some of the others, I just think that they really didn't have a candidate that, reached out and grabbed them, so to say. And they just went back to Trump, those that were maybe on the fence. And of course, the loyal Trump supporters have never wavered anyway. But it seems like now that the Republican primary, I mean, it's just a horse and pony show. Trump's going to, if he doesn't get indicted and put in jail, Trump will be the Republican nominee for next fall.
We hereby nominate every single one of them for
for the greatest president that's ever lived, and that's Donald J. Trump, hereby declaring him the Republican nominee for President of the United States of America.
I'm still for Trump. So I believe he'll, if he gets around, he'll do pretty good. If he'd learn to keep his mouth shut, he'd do a whole lot better, I think.
America's being destroyed from inside, and it's a shame to see America falling apart. I added it up. What is it? America's about a 247-year-old nation? We're not even 300 years old. The Great Experiment. I mean, this country was founded on, to me, like Christian values, Judeo-Christian values. Not all of the founding forefathers were Christians either, but they really believed those were good morals to found this country on. God has blessed this country. Oh, how God has blessed this country. And now they're just turning away from it. I think there's going to be a breaking point somewhere, sometime. I don't know when that time will be, but to me, people are only going to put up with so long. You know, I'm still patriotic. I still think, you know, I'm glad that I can come to work every day, and somebody has to, you know, they can't tell me that you've only got so long to do this, you're going to go here and do this, or, you know, there's countries out there that doesn't have still the freedom that we have. So I'm thankful. I think that we ought to be thankful and blessed that we still have what we have, and for the people that stand up and fight to keep what we have.
The Republicans are going to come out, and I believe Trump, if he doesn't wind up in prison before then, I believe he'll be your next president. It seems to me that just the temperature, especially of the people around here, that the farther they push this, and people just doesn't believe a lot of this stuff that they're pushing against him. And frankly, I don't either. And I think the farther they push it, if they do wind up having charges to stick against him or even put him in jail, I think that's going to infuriate the voting base even more. So I just don't think there's any good outcome with the Democratic Party for this. I really don't.
Trump. Yeah. You're picking the better of two evils. That's what we did the last time.
Well, he's more of a businessman than he is a politician anyway.
And that's what the country needs. People were starting to be proud to be Americans
He was making
again.
it strong again.
I mean, there for a long time, you know, nobody had pride to feel honored to be here, to be an American, and to be able to show that.
This is the greatest country in the world. It is. But with all of its faults, it's still the greatest country in the world.
I'm a follower of Christ. I'm a Christian. And I know that turns a lot of people off. But until you learn to put God in first in everything, you will not see change. And God will not go where He's not asked. And we're not asking.
Though they weren't necessarily the biggest fans of Donald Trump, everyone we spoke with still plans to vote for him. The consensus is that America needs someone to unify them again. The question of what that unification means and whether Trump could be the person to do it leaves everyone a bit unsure.
Combs born and raised on the blue side of town, believed in every word they said. Never thought to have the grit to fight, to stand up for our land. So I'm casting my vote for the man who'll make a stand. So here I am, a country son, for the sake of this great land.